Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's a quarter to 10, June the 9th, and after some storms this morning, the sun came out and the humidity started dropping, especially by the afternoon, with some partly sunny skies, a mix of these stratocumulus clouds in the sky, and then you can see a lot of these stratocumulus clouds in the sky. Some interesting cloud formations, though. You can see it in the sky there. Definitely some of them got big and dark, like especially that one there. But then later in the evening, we went mostly sunny with some few patchy clouds. And yes, I was in a different area today. It had some pines today. Wasn't in the pines, but I was in a different area, not on the South Shore, but in a different area around East Meadow where there were some pines to look at this evening, as you could see. They even have fresh cones on them, which is really nice to enjoy. And it was a nice dusk time too. If we can get to those dusk pictures. I gotta go back. I'll go way ahead here. Oh, here we go. Look at those clouds there. As you can see, there you go. Look at that. So there's some nice clouds there at dusk. There were still some clouds around, but they were pretty. And then of course there's the dusk there with the pine. So yeah. Nice evening. The dew points definitely drop. But before we get to any of that, it's the current satellite. You can see mostly clear skies across our area. Let's talk about this tornado that happened in New Jersey. And there was some severe weather this morning that we're going to talk about here. And this is the update for the tornado here. Oops. So I'm trying to get it over here. Nobody wants to do that. But so here we go. Here's a tornado. It was in Blackwood in Gloucester Township. It was an EF1, June 9th. So it was today. Estimated peak wind 90 miles an hour. It's only on the ground a very short amount of time, quarter of a mile. And the path width was 60 yards. Happened on June 9th, 4:59 a.m., 2 miles east-southeast of Blackwood. And the end date was 5:01 a.m. So it was only on the ground for 2 minutes. Very short-lived tornado, but still, this is a tornado, and it looks like a touchdown in through the northeast through the Deer Park subdivision, where several large limbs were snapped off, both softwood and hardwood trees, with at least 3 trees uprooted. So it continued northeast toward high-tension power lines, where it quickly began to dissipate. Luckily. All right, so there were some debris. Let's see, several branches were noted just on the other side of the power lines. The PSE&G utility trucks moving debris from the clearing. The survey team then looked on Hidden Drive for any more damage, and only debris made up of large sticks and leaves was noted. No additional damage was noted. So this was in Gloucester Township in Blackwood. That's we're gonna actually look that up right now. So let's take a look at this, see where this is. Blackwood Township in Gloucester. All right, so I'll have to look at Blackwood, New Jersey. Jersey. Let's take a look and see where this was. Oh, this is Blackwood here, and they said it terminated where there was some high tension power lines. There was a power line right away. Probably right over here is where the high tension power lines were. So this looks like the area it touched down, and so it's a pretty small little area here that it touched down in, but nonetheless, so let's go back to the report from the Weather Service here. And where was this? Let's see. They give a street, Deer Park subdivision, and let's see if they give any streets. Just as Deer Park subdivision, Aerial Road. All right, with an E. Okay, so. Aerial Road with an E. So we gotta look for Aerial Road with an E. Yeah, I like to show where these tornadoes touch down if we can. So let's see if I can do that. Alright, Aerial Road, Blackwood. So, alright, so it touched down over here. And so its path was very, very short. Benham Aerial Road. Okay, so, well, that's just an Aerial Road, so I don't know. Oh, here's Aerial Road right here. So it's right over here. I'm not going. It's in this general area. that it touched down in. But anyway, just to give you an idea of what this area looks like. I don't think it's in the Pine Barrens. It's a little further west. But this is like the general area it's in that it touched down in. But still, you don't expect to see tornadoes over here. That's for sure. That's quite surprising. But anyway, let's do the radar rewind now. We're going to rewind the radar and look at these storms that occurred this morning. I didn't even know about this tornado, but we're going to rewind. So let's rewind to 4:30, and you can see the storms were pretty bad over New Jersey. They were pretty strong, and they hit pretty hard, especially as they were inland west of Tom's River. And as they got toward the coast, they weakened a little bit. But they still packed a punch even on Long Island, and they actually regained some of their strength over Suffolk County when they hit out over the Hamptons around 7:50 a.m. So, yeah, it definitely, these storms definitely were packing a punch in the early morning hours. And, we're concerned that there could be some severe weather with us. And sure enough, there was. But anyway, we're done with that. It's in the past. And now we are enjoying some nice air. Temperatures around 70 degrees outside. Dew points are dropping into the 50s. The humidity is dropped, 72 with a dew point of 54 at Islip right now. And if we look at the way the weather was earlier today, it was pretty warm earlier today, especially earlier on in the early afternoon. We still had that humidity around, so it was uncomfortable. But then the west to northwest winds kicked in, and then by later in the afternoon, the dew point started dropping, and the conditions started improving with that gusty northwest to west-northwest wind that you see there at Islip. So we'll go over the highs and the precipitation today. And then we'll go over the weekend, Friday and the weekend. So you can see highs generally in the mid-80s everywhere. Everywhere pretty much got in the mid-80s. 86 at Islip. That's quite a bit above normal. Mid-80s in Jersey as well. Again, so we're definitely well above normal for the day. So as we head into the weekend, we will have this system move out. High pressure moves in for Friday. But then we have another weak system that may impact us on Saturday. And that looks like it's holding off until Sunday a little bit with a slight rain chance. And then after that, then we'll have to do a little bit on settled weather under the high builds in, but I'm not going to really go into the long range here right now. So let's go to the HRRR 0Z run. And this will kind of show us our next chance of rain. So tomorrow we're dry, we're good. And then it looks like sometime Saturday we may have a couple of showers around. Not all the time, but just a couple of showers, light showers. That will be around on Saturday. So let's go look at the dew points right now. We're enjoying those nice low dew points. And we're going to enjoy them tomorrow, too, as well. West to northwest winds do become a little more onshore toward the afternoon. Dew points in the upper 40s and low 50s, very comfortable. But then the dew points start going up a little bit tomorrow night. And on Saturday a little bit, but not to uncomfortable levels, but it'll be enough moisture, and that's what's going to generate, make it more favorable for rain with a southerly wind there. Let's now look at the temperatures. So here are our temperatures, and tonight we're going to drop to around 60 degrees, and then tomorrow will still be a warm day, probably upper 70s, maybe close to 80, but low humidity. And then there'll be a sea breeze. The temperatures on the South Shore will probably drop in the early evening hours. And then tomorrow night, probably lows around 60 again. And then for Saturday, looks like it's still getting us into the mid-70s. So that indicates some sunshine, perhaps on Saturday before those showers. You can see where that cooler air is, where those showers are. And if we want to go into the GFS here, look at the temperatures for Sunday. You can say Sunday looks kind of cool, because there could be some rain that day. And again, we already saw the GFS showing some rain chances for that day and cloudiness. Originally, we thought we weren't going to have that. But it looks like, the weekend looks kind of crappy, unfortunately, not settled. So let's go to the skies next. This is the GFS skies, and you'll see tomorrow we should have some sunshine. Looks like it does have maybe a little bit of high cloudiness around this, maybe very well exaggerated. And then for Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be kind of stuck in the clouds for the weekend, unfortunately. Dealing with some unsettled weather again. At least last weekend we didn't have to deal with it, but we're going to have to deal with it this weekend, unfortunately. But let's go to the RGEM. That's a better model to use for the skies. And you'll see it's showing clear skies for tomorrow. Maybe a few wispy high clouds, but we should be mostly clear. But for Saturday, you can see there'll be a few breaks of sun, but more clouds than anything. That's why you can't go by the GFS because it looks worse than it actually is. So you can see there's some sunshine, but then some more clouds. And then for Sunday, we'll have some clouds, sun, and then some more clouds. But it doesn't look like an all-day gloom day. Just, some sun, clouds, and maybe the chances for showers later on in the day. But that is going to wrap up this weather update again. We did have a tornado in New Jersey. Oh, that radar. If we look at the radar again, 4:30 in the morning. This is when it hit right over here. You can see those strong storms there. This is the radar, and you can almost see. This is 4:50. You can almost see a little bit of hook echo going on. So, again, these are the storms that came through and caused all that. And I almost forgot to put the precipitation. I almost forgot, and I realized all right, I'm a little tired because I did a lot of walking this evening because it's beautiful out. So let's go to the precipitation for the day. We'll see how much rain we got. And some areas got more rain than others. Looks like Islip got 0.65. Parts of Nassau, 1 inch of rain. It did really pour. That's for sure. 0.43 in West Hampton. 0.83 in Central Park. And you have some 1 inch amounts here. There's 1 inch down by Coney Island there. And then as you get into Jersey, I think they got hit harder. 1.18 there by Lakehurst. So, but look at the difference there. 1.18 at Lakehurst, but look at Toms River, less than a quarter of an inch. So yeah, the western parts, the Philadelphia suburbs, are really got hit hard. You can see those higher rain amounts there. 1.66 inch. That's where the tornadic storm was. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.